Good day, class.
Good day, ma'am.
Good day po.
Okay, today is July 2, 2021, and as of 5:30, I have complete attendance. So, I hope you are all doing good. So, let's start. I have a text here, and I want you to read it. Who would like to read? Anyone?
Kyla, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Kyla.
Every Sunday, I wake up at 5:30 a.m. I drink coffee and I prepare my food. After that, I take a bath and wear my clothes. I carry my bag and go to church. I always try to come as early as I can.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Kyla. So, what have you noticed in this text? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Okay, Miss Corpus.
ma'am, the text states habitual actions po.
How did you say that this text states habitual action? Miss Corpus.
Because of the word every Sunday and always.
Very good. The text states habitual actions or action that happen regularly or continually. So, another, I have a simple present story here. So, who would like to read? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Okay, Ms. Zarina.
simple present story number 1. Who is he? Where is he? What does he do? Wait. Hank is a cowboy. He lives in the farm. He has a horse named Ginger. Hank loves Ginger. He rides Ginger every day. Sometimes they walk slowly and sometimes they run fast. They always have a good time. Ginger is Hank's horse. She is light brown. Her tail and mane are dark brown. She is a 3-year-old. She lives in the stable by the house. Ginger waits for Hank every morning. She enjoys their time together. Often, Hank gives her apples. After a long ride, Hank always washes and brushes Ginger. He usually brushes her tail. Then, he gives her food and fresh water. Ginger loves Hank.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zari. So, what have you noticed, Miss Harani, in this story?
Ma'am, it also states habitual actions because of the words usually, sometimes, often, and always.
Very good. It also states habitual actions. So, if you observe the sentences in the text and in this story, what tense do you think are these sentences? Anyone? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Miss
ma'am,
Miss Harani.
um, in the present tense po.
Very good. In the present tense or in the present simple tense. A present tense or a present simple tense is an action that happens regularly or continually, or it repeated. So these are the uses of present simple tense. First, to talk about a general rule or fact. For example, the planets revolve around the sun. Number 2, to talk about a routine. Example, I always wash my face. And number 3, to talk about timetables. Example, Shane eat dinner at 5 p.m. And last one, to talk about permanent situations. My brother lives in Bulacan. So, Here are the uses of the present simple tense. And what did you think these sentences, or what form of present simple tense are these sentences? Anyone? Or the sentences here in the story and in the text? What particular form
Ma'am.
of present simple tense?
Ma'am, in affirmative form?
Very good, Miss Harani, in affirmative form. So what is affirmative form? Affirmative form is also known as the positive form, or in this form, the verb confirms something about the subject. Okay. So I have 3 sets of sentences here. These sentences come from the given story and text earlier. So in set A, I wake up at 5:30 a.m., I prepare my food, I go to church, I carry my bag, I always try to come as early as I can. In set B, they walk slowly, they run fast, they always have a good time. In set C, he rides Ginger every day, she enjoys their time together, and he usually brushes her tail. So, what have you noticed in these sentences? In this set of sentences? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Who's that? Miss Zari?
Zarina po. Opo,
Okay, Miss
Zarina.
Zari.
Ma'am, I've noticed that each group of sentences or each of them have the same subject.
Great job. All of these sentences have the same subject. Will you explain your answer, Miss Zari?
Ma'am, all of the sentences in set A contains or use the subject I, while on the set B uses the subject they, and on the set C uses wait down. Yeah. I mean rather in the set A, I belong to the first person singular, where all the sentences in set B use the subject they. They
Okay.
belong to the third person plural. In the last set, the sentences use the subject he and she. And he and she belongs to the third person plural.
Great job. Thank you so much, Miss Zari. Another. What have you noticed in these sentences? Anyone? Miss Corpus.
Kayla.
Okay, Miss Harani.
The sentences start with the subjects and follow by the verbs.
Okay, correct. These sentences, or the sentences in the present simple tense or in affirmative form, have this pattern. Subject plus verb plus the rest of the sentence. Again, subject plus verb plus the rest of the sentence. Can you repeat the pattern, Miss Corpus?
Subject plus verb plus rest of the sentence.
Miss Zari?
Subject plus verb plus the rest of the sentence.
Miss Harani?
Subject plus verb plus the rest of the sentence.
Okay. So now we will have an activity. I want you to choose a set of sentences and change the subject and put the correct verbs. Are we clear, class?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, I will give you 2 minutes. Okay, I think you're done. I will type your answer here. Who would like to answer? Anyone?
Kayla, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Kyla.
Ma'am, I choose the set B.
Set B. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. They walk slowly, they run fast, they always have a good time.
Okay.
So, in number 1, I will change they into she.
They into she. Okay. And number 2?
And number 2, they into he.
Into he. And number 3?
3, they into I.
Into I. Okay. How about the verb? Number
And number
1.
1, walk will be walks.
He walks. Okay. Number 2?
Run will be runs.
Okay. Number 3?
It's all good na po, ma'am.
Okay, it will remain. Thank you so much, Miss Arani. Very good. Another one? Would like to answer?
Ma'am?
Miss Zari?
Ma'am, I choose the set A.
Set A. Okay. Okay. Set A.
Ma'am, okay. It will be number 1, it will be changed into they wake up at 5:30 a.m.
They wake up at 5:30 a.m. Okay. In number 2,
He goes to church.
he goes to church. Wait, I will delete this one. He goes to church. Number 3,
Number 3 is she carries a bag.
she carries a bag. She carries a bag. Last number.
He always tries to come early as he can.
Who always tries as he can to come as early as he can. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Miss Harani and Miss Zarina. So, what have you noticed? When you change the verb, rather the subject. Okay, who's that?
Zarina po.
Zarina. Okay, Miss Zarina.
Ma'am, I have noticed that when I change the subject into I or they, the verb did not change. But when I change the subject into he or she, the verb also changes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Miss Zarina. So, these are the rules or spelling rules for the third person singular. So, as we notice here, when the subject rather change into third person, the verb change. But when the subject is they, I, or we and you, the verb will be or the verb remain in their base form or into infinitive form. So here are the spelling rules in terms of using third person singular in a simple present tense. So first, verb plus s. He runs fast. So run turns into runs. Second, verb plus es. So if the verb ends with o, we have to add es. He goes to church. Go turns into goes, And another, if the verb ends with S sound or with the suffix X, CH, SS, or SH, we also have to add ES. So, in example here, he usually brushes her tail. Brush turn into brushes. Another is third person. If the verb ends with Y, we have to change Y into IE and add S. Example, she carries a bag. Carry turns into carries. And the last rule is when we use have is an irregular verb. If we use the third person singular, the verb have will change into has. For example, he has a horse named Ginger. Has turned into has. So these are the spelling rules. Again, I will repeat the rules. First, verb plus S. Second, verb plus ES when the verb ends with O or when the verb ends with S or the suffix X, CH, SS, or SH. And another, if the verb ends with Y, we have to change Y into IE and add S. Then last, if we use have in third person singular, the verb have will change into has. Are we clear, class? Can someone repeat the rules?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Harani, can you give one rule?
The first is verb plus S.
Verb plus S. Another from the other student,
Ma'am, the
Mizari.
second is verb plus es.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Miss Corpus?
Ma'am, if we have the verbs end with Y, we have to change Y into I and IE and add S po.
Okay, and the last one, Miss Harani.
The last is the use of have. Have is an irregular verb. If we use third person singular, the verb have will change into has.
Okay, thank you. Great job to all of you. So, again, I will repeat again the rules. First is verb plus S. Second, verb plus ES. When the verb ends with O, the verb will the verb we have to add es. So if the verb or if the verb ends with s or x or ch or ss or sh, we have to add es. Third is if the verb ends with y, we have to change y into ie and add es. And last, the verb have is an irregular verb, so have changed into has. So, for the last activity, I want you to construct a sentence using the third person singular. So, I will give you 1 minute. Okay? Is it clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I think you're done. Who would like to answer? Anyone?
Kyla, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Kyla.
The sentence is, he goes to the market.
He goes to the market. Very good. Thank you so much. Another.
Ma'am, Zarina po.
Okay, Miss Zarina.
He um it it cries because of the food.
Very good. It cries because of the food. So, cries, because cry is end with Y, So Y change into IE and add ES. So thank you so much. Miss Corpus, can you repeat all the spelling rules in terms of using third person singular? Miss Corpus? Okay, Miss Harani, can you repeat the spelling rules?
First is verb plus S. Second is verb plus ES. Next is if the verb ends with S or X or CH or SS or SH, we also have to add ES. Next is if the verb ends with Y, we have to change Y into IE and add S. Last is the use of have. Have is an irregular verb. If we use third person singular, the verb have will change into has.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope you learned something from today, and I'm glad. So thank you for your participation, and I will post your assignment in our Google Classroom later. Thank you again, and keep safe and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.